Hey everyone, Tendra here, and in today's video, we'll look at June 18th through June 24th and see exactly what I did in World of Warcraft. This week my goal was to work on remix and finish up all my bronze. I wanted to buy the last of the armor sets I needed, and in doing so, I managed to finish up all the mounts, the armor sets, the class specific armor sets and weapons, and I finished up all the toys I needed. I only needed 2 toys, so I wasn't that far off on them. With that, I was pretty much done with the remix, and I wouldn't have to come back to it again. I also started working on the Midsummer Fire Festival event, and after 3 days I actually got the manuscript for this, so I have a new saddle and headpiece for my mount. And I'm just curious, did you get the manuscript? And if so, how long did it take you to get? Let me know down in the comments. I'll be interested to see how common it was for people. And then of course I did make it into my weekly farms as normal, so let's take a look and see how I did. To start off this week, I headed over to Antor's The Burning Throne. Out of here I'm after the Scythe of the Unmaker, and since I need the red version, I have to do it on Mythic. Once I'm there and I'm set to Mythic, I head in and I work my way back to Argus the Unmaker. I take him down, and got attempt number 115 on the site this week. I didn't see it drop, so I'll be back here next week for another attempt. Now I headed over to my first mount farm, and that's in Tajavish, the Wild Market. Out of here I'm after the Cartel Master's Gearglider. And for that you have to take down Solia. This is the only 5-man instance I have left with a mount available in it. Once I got over there I headed in, worked my way back to Solia and took him down. This week I got attempt number 15 on the Gearglider. I still didn't see a drop, so I'll be back here again next week. Next up on my list, I headed over to Ny'alotha, the Waking City. Out of here I'm after the Ny'alotha Allseer, and for this I have to take down N'yalotha the Corrupted on Mythic. Once I got over there, headed in and worked my way back to him, I got attempt number 2 on the mount. I didn't see a drop, but with only 2 attempts, the odds of it dropping are pretty low. This is another one I'll have to come back to next week. Hopefully my luck's a little better then. Next up on my list was the Sanctum of Domination. The first mount I'm after out of here is the Sanctum Gloomcharger. This drops off the 9 off of any difficulty, so I've been choosing to do it on LFR because it's pretty simple to do. Once I get in there and take him down, I get attempt number 27 on this mount. I didn't see it drop again this week, so it's another one I'm going to have to come back to next week. Next on my list is another Sanctum of Domination mount. This time it's Vengence. This drops off Sylvanas Windrunner, but only on Mythic. I'm not able to solo this on Mythic, so I have to find a group in Group Finder. Once I do, we head in and we make our way back to Sylvanas. Taking her down gave me attempt number 12 this week on the mount. It's another one I didn't see drop, and it's another one I'll have to come back to next week. The next mount I'm farming drops out of the sepulcher of the first one, and that's the Zareth Overseer. For this you have to take down the Jailer on Mythic, and again, I can't solo this, so I have to find a group in Group Finder. Once I find a group, we head in, and we work our way back to the Jailer. I take him down, and this week gives me attempt number 13 on this mount. I didn't see it drop, so again, I'll be back here next week. Finally, my last mount farm was done in the Battle for Dazar'alor. Out of here I'm after the G.M.O.D mount, but this farm I do a little bit different. I'm doing this as my multi-character farm, and if you're not sure what that means, it's where I take 13 characters every week to the same raid or instance until I get the item or mount I'm after to drop. So let's take a look and see how we did this week. So after this week I have 71 attempts on this mount. I didn't see it drop again, so I might just have to keep at it and hopefully see it pretty soon. And just in case you're wondering, this week's Transmog is the Waveborne Diplomat's Regalia. When this set first hit, there was a ton of speculation with it. People thought it was going to be the next big clue towards the next expansion, and there was some good entertainment value in a lot of those videos. None of it came to pass, but the set still looks really good. They did a great job on the 3D effects on it, and it's still available for purchase on the in-game shop. It'll run you $20 if you decide to pick it up, so the price isn't too bad. The normal way I get these is by buying a WoW token and just use that to buy the item. It keeps me from wasting money and I get to run my gold down a little bit. So it's a win-win for all of us. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. You can click on subscribe. Thanks for coming by and watching it. I'm going to send a hi out to my best friend and you all take care.